Hey, this is CDG the Man here, back here with another video, and I'm going to be doing, this is going to be my part 2 review to the Jak and Daxter collection. But before I get started doing my review of Jak 2 here, I forgot to tell you about a few things about the gameplay in the first one here. One of the things is that, I told you about the green orbs in this game give you health. Well, there's these blue orbs that can make you run faster, and sometimes you have to get these blue orbs to run from one place to another to activate something really fast. And also, there's these orange orbs that allow you to shoot like fire out your hands, like you have to use this to beat a boss at one point or another. And also there are these really red orbs, at least I think there are, I can't really remember, but I think there's these red orbs that give you like a power boost, so like if an enemy normally takes maybe 2 hits to take down, you can take them down in 1 hit. And I think that's what I was missing in the first one here. One more little thing. Like, anytime you collect a power cell, they do like a little dance. I find that it's always cool to watch them do that. It's always fun. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into Jak 2. Well, it's loading up here. Let's go ahead and jump into the story of Jak 2. The story goes that Jak and his friends are stuck into this portal. The girl and her father and the sage, or Samus, the girl and Samus are separated from you, which is Jak and Daxter. Well, getting sucked into this portal. I don't believe I've forgotten her name at this moment. It's like escaping my mind. I think it's Kara. I think something like that. I'm sorry. I don't believe I'm screwing up her name right now. But they get separated from each other, and when you're stuck into this portal, it takes you to this unknown world to you. When you get there, Jak is taken into custody to become a test subject while Daxter escapes. 2 years later, Daxter comes to save you, but they've been experimenting on you by pouring this stuff called dark eco into your body. And so now you have like this dark evil presence about you, or you can turn into this like dark Jak type person and go around and stuff. So now you want to get revenge, kind of, sorta. Once you break out, once Daxter breaks you out, you're thrown into this open world city, and you want to figure out what's happened to you, what's wrong with the city, kind of. Stuff like that. You find out the city's corrupt, and you start working with the resistance type people and just other random people throughout the city that will give you things. It will give you different things. Okay, that's as deep as I'm going into the story. Now let's talk about the gameplay here. As you can see out there, throw you into this open world city type place. It's pretty quite big. It's really big for what it is, I think. Well, at least to me, it's a nice city to explore. There's not really too many collectibles to find or anything. Like, let me show you on the map real fast. On the map here, you see those green marks, or like those little yellow marks, or like little yellow triangle with a upside down triangle with a dot on top of it. Well, you can do like those, and they'll give you these things called precursor orbs, which you can spend on these things called, once you collect enough, you get this stuff called secrets. You see here you can unlock stuff like big head mode, small head, and etc. as it goes down here on the list. Let's get back to the gameplay. As I said before, you're thrown open to this open world city. You'll also be doing stuff outside the city and just a lot of different things. So let's talk about, as you can see here, we've got different vehicles. You got the hover cars, hover bikes. You'll be using those a lot. Next, let's talk about the combat. Well, when it comes to hand-to-hand combat in this game, it's pretty much the same. You got your punch, you can do your spin kick up in the air, normal spin kick. I'm not sure if you can do this uppercut move in the other game. I think you can. I just never tried it. And that's pretty much when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, that's what pretty much you got. When it comes to platforming, it's the same thing as well. You know, you have your far-away jump, you have your jump kick in the air that helps you glide a little further. You can jump higher to get to higher cliffs. That's good too. Next, let's talk about, well, there's 2 big things changed to combat, and one of the biggest ones is weapons. So as you can see here, I just pulled this one out of nowhere. It's really cool that you get weapons in this game. There's 4 different ones in this game. As you can see, this is like an open range type weapon. If I shoot it, it shoots like a long range type orb. You got your yellow one that's kind of like a sniper, which you can't really zoom on, but it like locks onto your target for you anytime you want to shoot something. There's one quick shot. You have your ultimate weapon here. It shoots like a giant electric shock. Boom. And then you got your blue one, which shoots like really fast, which only got 3 shots left. Let's go and use it. Boom, boom, boom. And it automatically switches when you run out. Okay, the next big thing in combat is that you can become like this dark Jak type person. And it's really cool. You get like these claws, and you'll be able to do different things. Like later on in the game, if you collect these things called, I'm not sure what they're called. I'm just gonna call them these metalhead orb type things. You can upgrade Dark Jak. You can like do like a dark bomb where you can jump up in the air and slam the ground, and or maybe you can spin in the air and shoot lightning, dark lightning out of you. It's pretty cool. But I would show you Dark Jak now, but it takes a while for it to, like, you have to collect. Once you beat like a bad guy up, you get like these dark orbs will fall out of them, and and then as you get enough, your meter there will. You can't really, yeah, you can see it. Meter there will fill up, and once it fills up, you can become Dark Jak anytime you want to. But yeah, and your dark powers. Okay, let me talk a little bit more about the Dark Jak powers. While in game playing, you won't. I didn't find myself using it too much because it takes a while for it to load back up. So like, I didn't want to be like in the middle of a small fight and use it just for fun, and then next thing I know, I'll be in like in a hard situation where I really wanted it. So I only saved it. I saved it for situations where I really needed it, which sucks. I wish I used it more. Okay, next let's move on to the boss fights in this game. The boss fights, there's very few of them, but they are very challenging, hard, and frustrating. I mean, they're really frustrating at times, but once you get past it, you feel pretty good. And especially the last boss, you'd probably be stuck on him for a little while like I was. I was stuck on him for who knows how long. Okay, let's talk about the different missions in this game. Alright, the missions in this game, well, what can I say about the missions? You'll be doing lots of different things. Like I said, sometimes you'll be doing different missions in the city. You'll be exploring outside the city to do missions. Sometimes you'll be doing like race missions where you have to race missions / vehicle missions. Maybe you have to do a vehicle mission inside the city where you have to get from point A to point B in a certain amount of time. This is all different kinds of missions. Maybe you have to survive a group of enemies using your weapons. You know, there's all different things you can do. Okay. Yep, that's pretty much there's plenty of different missions in this game. They're not as variety-like in the first game, but there's plenty to do. Okay, now let's move on to what I did not like about this game, which really brings down the score to this game for me, which really brings it down for me. But let's talk about the little things first. Let's start with the map. You'll be using the map a whole lot in this game. As you can see in the corner here, or you can't really see it, let me show you. I have a little mini map right there, which shows me different stuff, which can show me, of course, shows me where I am. And you have the big map over here. The one thing I don't like is anytime I press the start button, it takes me to missions. That's freaking annoying. I want it to be on show me map. I want the map to be the first thing that pops up because I'm going to be looking at it a whole lot, not missions. Not what missions I have to do, but the map, which freaking sucks sometimes. Okay. Next is you can't like set waypoints on the map. Like, as you can see here on my mini map, it doesn't really show me too much. Like, it will show me like if I have like a waypoint I really need to get to, like it will show me a waypoint on my mini map here, but it won't show me like the arrows to get to it. So if I don't want to take like the long way around to get to it, I have to sit here and pull up my map here and figure out which way is the best way to go. I don't like doing that too much. Like, I wish they would show you like arrows to show you which is the best way to go instead of me pulling up the map here. That's my little nitpick about the map. Next is the lack of checkpoints in this game. This is pretty bad. Like, you get to a certain point and you accidentally fall or you die and you have to start all the way back from a certain point. It's really frustrating when that type of stuff happens. And especially which brings me to my next point, which is around two-thirds through the game, there's a giant difficulty spike out of like nowhere, and it freaking sucks. I mean, you'll die every few minutes. Just adding insult to injury when the checkpoints aren't right in this game. It gets really frustrating when that type of stuff happens. And also, I don't like the vehicle missions too much in this game. The vehicles don't handle too well. You'll get used to them. You'll get used to them kind of when like flying around. Where'd my freaking vehicle go? I know I dropped it off. But like handling turns and slowing down and stuff, I really hate that. And another thing I don't like is this thing when you run into a bad guy here, it'll set off an alert. So like if you do the lightest tap with a vehicle, the alarm will go off. Or they'll be on alert. Let me show you right now. If I accidentally run into this bad guy, like I'm cruising through the city, and I do the lightest tap against this dude, he'll fall over and this alert will start. And the problem with this alert is that it lasts way too long. You can't kill off the enemies. Like I'll be sitting here, well, while I'm fighting off some of these bad guys here, I'm going to be showing you how these weapons work. Because I don't think I did that. Oh yes, I did. Yeah, I did. But let me show you real fast. See, you can kill as many as you want, but they're just going to keep coming. This alert will not go away unless you die or somehow escape from them. Like I can just keep driving for like 5 minutes and the alert will still be on me. Maybe if I get like a far enough distance away from them, the alert will go away, but it's really annoying how long it lasts. So like again, we recap what I did not like real fast. Did not like the map very much, the vehicle missions that much, the lack of checkpoints, the difficulty spike, and how this alert lasts too long. It really gets on my nerves. And because of how frustrating some of the missions are and how hard it can be at sometimes, this game lasts me around 27 hours. Shouldn't have took me that long if I didn't die so many times in some of the missions. I really did not like that part of the game. The difficulty spike, the lack of checkpoints, and like I said, I'm going over it because I keep repeating myself because it gets on my last nerve. So yeah. So let me go ahead and wrap up this review. I'm giving it a 7.5 because of the problems. I mean, they really get on my nerves. So that's my review of Jak 2. Please look at me. Be looking out for Part 3 for Jak 3. Let me tell you now, Jak 3 is a whole lot better. And thank you, and leave comments and say if you agree with what I'm saying here. If I suck at this review, I'm totally wrong. Whatever you want to, and catch you on my next my Part 3.